What's up, everybody? Welcome to West Coast Pop Gaming. It's your boy Knock, back with another video game review, this time God of War on the PS5. This game is free on the PS Collection, and the PS5 version just released last week. And after playing this game, I feel like I stole money from PlayStation. But we're about to get into all that. Here's the review. This video will contain footage from my own gameplay and cutscenes, as well as some footage from the trailer. So if you don't want to see any of that, you can skip to the end for the final verdict. But if you're going to stick with your boy, there are no scenes from the final act of the game. Most of what you'll see will be early combat gameplay and boss fights. But without further ado, let's get into the God of War review.
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
Truth.
Are you on board?
Okay!
The truth.
Let's get straight into it. The story is brilliant. Kratos now living in Norse mythology, and I promise you by the end of the game you will understand why him being in Norse mythology makes sense as opposed to Greek. He's accompanied by his son Atreus, who's often referred to in the game as Boy, and has a major effect on the narrative. But it's not just like a babysitting thing, he actually contributes to the gameplay as well. And throughout the game, their bond will be tested in extraordinary ways. You start off going on an odyssey, basically. After the passing of Kratos' wife, whose last wish was to bury her ashes on the tallest peak of all the realms. This story in one game, which I think took me about 30 hours to complete, hit so many different levels of emotion and growth. It's nothing short of amazing. Not just the main story, but doing all the side quests adds so much to the depth of the game and the narrative. Along the way, you meet several very well thought out side characters, including Freya, a witch in the woods that was banned from returning to her realm by Odin. You also meet Sindri and Brock, who help you with upgrades, and Mimir, who's the smartest man in the realm, who in the most disturbing of ways you find in the beginning, spellbound to a tree and is tortured daily. There's so many twists and turns, including one final shock that I didn't even see coming, all making for a near perfect story.
That was your plan? You're both cracked!
To get the full experience of the game, it is more than just the main story. There's so much to do. And all 9 realms you visit look gorgeous. I mean, look at those mountains, man. Come on. No realm feels the same. It all has its uniqueness, its great design, and it's actually fun to explore. Like I said, you really feel like you're going on an odyssey. It's a true adventure game. Not only are we changing from Greek mythology to Norse mythology, but the combat system is completely overhauled, and it's for the better. As you can see here, when you don't time your attacks and you leave yourself open, you will go down. Gone are the days of the mindless hack and slash, just button mashing. You have to parry, you have to use your shield, and definitely have to time your dodging so you don't get hit by enemy attacks. And that's what I love about it. Like, I like when you have to actually think about the enemies, learn their abilities and their attacks, and how to proceed forward. It adds another dimension to the game, and is very rewarding when you learn that skill and take down all the enemies. Because at the end of the day, you are still Kratos. You are going to run through people. It is still fun, and you still feel like the badass in an epic. I really be feeling invincible out here, man. The performance boost from PS4, even PS4 Pro to PS5 is very significant. And if you've played this game, I highly recommend playing it over in the 60 frames per second, 4K resolution. It's a whole new experience with this graphical fidelity and the new haptic feedback. I can't say enough how good the PS5 controller feels with this game.
No! You are not ready!
Your main weapon in this game is the Leviathan axe, which is awesome. I mean, come on. If you ever wanted to feel like Thor calling back Mjolnir, this is it. It's the coolest thing, man. You can throw it anywhere, literally anywhere, and it'll come back to you. But combat, of course, yes, the most important thing. It's a powerful weapon. You feel how sturdy it is, and it does tons of damage, especially when you upgrade. And you best believe with that Leviathan, I'm swinging for defenses. So all in all, you have the vicious Leviathan axe, which is my weapon of choice. Later in the game, you do get the Blades of Chaos, and you also have Atreus' bows as the secondary attack. As phenomenal as the story is, the gameplay is where it shines, and it's what kept me playing even after I finished the story. No lie, if you slow down some of these fights, you will see every single animation. It really didn't take a shortcut anywhere. Don't let the challenge deter you. It is so rewarding when you finally figure out an enemy, because at the end of the day, the series has always been known for and great at doing the fatality.
Nanya?
None your fucking business. Trade secret. We got our ways.
Oh.
Boy, can't stop saying it, man. And of course, in a game like this, the upgrades and craft system need to be refined also to match the gameplay, and it does. Everything you go, all the exploration, all the mini bosses you beat, you get rewarded by the artifacts and resources you gather from them, as it allows you to upgrade your armor, your weapons. You also upgrade Atreus' armor and his bow and arrow, and you do not want to neglect that because he comes in handy so much throughout the game. I'm telling you, he is a big part of the combat as a secondary attack. So you definitely want to do the side quests, explore all the areas throughout the 9 realms, because you get rewarded. There's legendary chests and other regular chests spread out where you can find different runic attacks and abilities, which is the magic powers you have, and this will help you progress your character. So yeah, the craft system is very deep in the game, and that is expressed heavily in their attention to detail for each set of armor that you have that you can customize and create to cater to your playstyle. I can't say enough how gorgeous this game looks. Everything seems like it's clicking on all cylinders at Sony Santa Monica, and there's a reason this game got Game of the Year 2018 and all the praise it's been receiving. I never thought I would say this, but I think even with The Last of Us 2 coming out last gen, this is the game of the generation. Doesn't matter if it's PS4, Xbox One, or PC. Damn it, throw the Switch in there. This is the must-have game. Do you see the detail in that armor and axe? My goodness. Touching on the runic element of the game again, that is the magic attacks, and with the Leviathan axe, the magic comes with that is more ice-based. So a lot of the flame enemies, you want to use that for them, especially during the trials. And eventually when you get the Blades of Chaos, that's more of a runic with the flame-based attack, which you want to use for the ice enemies. I don't think I can go back to the old series after playing this style, and I cannot wait for Ragnarok and literally whatever else Sony Santa Monica decides to release. Whether you're still playing on PS4 or you just got the PS5 and you haven't played this game yet, this is a must play. All in all, I think you can beat the game within 30 hours. It took me around 50 hours to not only beat the game, but do all the side quests, clear all the realms, and get the platinum. And chase down these creepy green glowing birds that are the eyes of Odin. I don't want them watching me throughout the game. They're everywhere. Fuck them birds. The only other game development studio that carries this level of detail, attention to design, is my favorite, Naughty Dog. And now Sony Santa Monica has entered that realm. They are on that tier that is absolutely deserved. Credit to the whole studio, credit to the voice actors. Another thing I was skeptical on was the change in voice actor for Kratos' character. With the previous games, I'd become attached to that voice. That was my Kratos, that was the voice. And I couldn't see how they could change it and work. And I'm sure a lot of you guys who've grown attached to certain voices as characters and had them changed can relate to that. But what this guy, Christopher Judge, brought to the table is nothing short of iconic. He made the voice sound very powerful. He kept that tone with it, but he also added so many more layers and made it his own. Everyone in this game gave a hell of a performance. Nothing was phoned in. Everything felt different. I didn't feel recycled. So credit to them. Closing up this review, the last things I will touch on, again, are the side quests with the Valkyries. There are 8 Valkyries scattered around the realms, which you have to fight first in order to free them. And once you beat them, let me tell you, first of all, it's difficult. But secondly, you have to bring their helmets back to fight the Queen Valkyrie. This, along with the 15 or 16 impossible trials you have to do to get the platinum, I highly recommend you do after you beat the game. So those are challenging and fun to do. Some of the mini boss types, like the ancient ones and a few others, get a little repetitive. So to explain, a big thing I praised the game for was its smart AI and enemy types that make you have to figure out how to beat them and really learn their moves. But there are some enemies in the game that you see too often that you already know their moves, and it just becomes repetitive and tedious to keep fighting them over and over. It really does get to the point where it's not even a challenge, it's just an annoyance, and you're only doing it to gather the resources they drop so you can upgrade your character. So for the sequel, in that case, they really need to add different kinds of mini bosses so it doesn't get too repetitive. Outside of that, I really don't see any other main flaws. The game is so massive, and doing a lot of the stuff is just fun to do. Going off the beaten path, you will find yourself doing that a lot and traveling these different realms. For a game to be this close to flawless, it is hard to believe that they ran out of money and time before finishing this game. I can only imagine how great the sequel's gonna be. At this point, I'm just being real. It is hard to find a game this good that will touch this. So if you have it on the PS Collection, grab it before it goes away. You will be stealing. It feels like you are stealing from Sony by playing this game for free.
Wow, we actually did it.
If you made it this far, thanks for watching, but do not miss out on this game. This is an all-time great game, and right now it is free. It is a great journey. It is a great plot that sets up so much. It never crashed on me. It never really dipped in frame rate. The performance is amazing, and this is the epitome of an epic.
You are ready.
For what?
A new beginning.